Kelly. Join me as I show you how to make this Amethyst Aura Bracelet, which features RounTrios and is part of our subscription kit box this month. Gather up your supplies, which are also listed in the description with links back to our site, and we'll get ready to get started. So to begin, this is a really simple one. We're utilizing the 3 holes of the RounTrios, and I started off with some size 6 dragon thread, working with the green color. I had black on here, black, green, when you're working with these dark colors. I'm swapping out my beautiful lilac RounTrio for the aqua here and sticking with the same seed bead colors and topping it off with a nice simple cup button. This is great for a stacker bracelet and easy to work with as well. We are going to start by going right down the middle here, and in the middle we are adding 3 of our 11 seed beads. So RounTrio goes on through the middle hole, 3 seed beads. RounTrio goes on through the middle hole, 3 seed beads. And we're just going to work the whole way down the project, adding in these 3 beads till you have approximately 18 to 20 or so, maybe even 17 if you have a smaller wrist, and just that same pattern before we come back down the sides and add in our crystals down the sides. The seed beads we're using are 11 seed beads, and the crystals that we're going to use are 2 by 3 millimeter rondelles. You could also use rounds for this as well. So go ahead and continue on doing the center line, adding in your RounTrio beads with those 3 seed beads spacing out between, making sure that you're going through that center hole. Want to learn how to become a jewelry making expert? With PotomacBeads Jewelry Making Kits, you can create unique and customized bracelets, earrings, necklaces, and pendants. Every kit uses only premium materials and is hand-packed in the USA. Whether you're new or you've been crafting for years, these kits provide an immersive experience, allowing you to create beautiful projects with ease. Visit PotomacBeads.com/kits today or click on the link in the description below. Once you have your strand of RounTrios long enough, I have 2 seed beads here on the end instead of the normal 3, and I'm going to come down through one of my sides. Doesn't matter which one, right or left. We are going to now decorate the exterior. So the exterior is going to be a simple combo of 11 crystal 11, and then we're into the next hole. So we're going 11, and then our rondelle, and then 11, and we're going into the next RounTrio through that exterior hole. Doesn't matter again what side you're at, because you're going to be coming back down and forth and spinning as well. We're going to go down this side and we are going to add that in, and then we're going to come back and do the exact same thing down the other side. Super simple and easy to work with. Once you get to the end of the piece here, you're going to do 3 seed beads, go across from hole number 1 to hole number 3 of the RounTrio, and now we're going to come down this same side, or the opposite side rather, and do the exact same thing. So 11, crystal, 11, into the 3rd hole of the RounTrio. So simple. The last thing we're going to do then is connect to those outer holes, and we'll add the clasp on as we get down to the end this way. Again, I'm using a cup button for the clasp here, and that is going to require a loop on one side and the button on the other. You can also, if you want to, and not put the extra rondelle on the outside, stop it at this interim right here as well too. So go ahead and keep going with your RounTrios and get that last beads in there on the side, and then we'll come back for another pass. Once you get to the top here, what you want to do is add 1 more 11 seed bead, come up to that group of 2 seed beads, so that way we match at the end, 3 on each end, and I want you to sew over through all 3, 1, 2, and 3. We're going to add our button here so that way we can reinforce it as we come back up the design one more time. And after those 3 beads, I want you to add 1 and 2 seed beads. We're going to then do our button going up through the back of the cup button here. We're going to add 1, 2, 3 seed beads to the top of the button. Come down through the button on the opposite side like it's a cereal bowl. Add 1 and 2 more 11 seed beads, and sew through those 3 beads that are at the top as well. That puts 1 strand of thread through the clasp, and we'll add more as we go along the side of the design. From here, we're going to add to the exterior, and you're going to add an 11, a crystal rondelle, and an 11, skip over the RounTrio and go into the next rotation of beads, going through the 11, the rondelle, and the 11. When you come out the 11 on the opposite side, I want you to repeat. And that's all it is, doing that same rotation, 11, rondelle, 11, skip over the round trio, and go into the next 11, rondelle, 11. Do a nice tight pull, and you can see that decorates the sides. We're gonna go the whole way down. We'll do a loop at the other end and then come back to reinforce and to do the opposite side of the round trio. When you get to the end of the design here, you're going to go up through those 3 beads, just like we did on the opposite side here. And we're gonna add a loop for our clasp. The loop is going to consist of approximately 22 beads that's gonna hook into your cup button. If you're using a different clasp, a wire guard, you can totally put that on now and attach here, or come out the center bead rather than all 3 of those beads. You can just concentrate on the center. Or even make a V if you need it to go a little bit longer and you don't quite have enough round trios. You can make a V coming out with a crystal at the top and then your loop based on that. Once you have your seed beads on, you're gonna go into those last 3 beads, just like we did the opposite side. And because we're not coming back down the project, or I guess we could, you wanna go in and just reinforce. You're going back through all those seed beads. If we want to, since our starter bead is here, we can come back down after we're at the other side and just run back down the middle to tie off the thread end as well. But you're gonna go right here and just go in, reinforcing, going through all of those seed beads, which is going to then bring you down along the side here and down towards the middle. Once you get back to that set of 3 seed beads, you can see it pulled away there, you're going to go back through that set of 3 seed beads and exit after the 3, pulling nice and tight so you don't have any extra thread showing here. And then you're gonna flip over and do the same thing down the opposite side. Coming down, adding an 11-0 seed bead, your rondelle, 11-0, and then into the next seed bead, rondelle, seed bead, going in the outside of that round trio bead. We just follow that the whole way down, and then we're gonna reinforce our button. Here at the end, I'm adding in my last bead, going through then, kind of pushing that down. If you want to, you can put an extra seed bead there, but I'm not worrying about it. I'm just sticking to the pattern. Going in and up the 11-0 seed beads, up through the button. I usually actually skip the beads on the top of the button and just so that the thread kind of hangs out underneath. That way if a bead breaks or anything, you just have that there. You can go back in then through beads number 1 and 2 of that group of 3 beads. And to get rid of your thread end, if you want to, and you have the extra thread, wiggle it through there. There you go. You can go in here and go straight down the middle. So kind of turn it here and go straight down the middle through those 11-0 seed beads, through the round trio, and out. Once I get to the end then, all I'm going to do is tie these 2 thread ends together and finish up my bracelet design. Again, I switched up and did the purple for the subscription box and I did the blue for the video because I wanted to show how both really complement one another and how you can change just one of the beads and keep the other 2 silver and black the same and get a really beautiful design and stack look. Thanks so much for joining me in this bracelet kit version video. Remember, if you do want to check out our kit subscription, go ahead and look below the video. In the description, we put links back to our website. You can do this in a variety of colors, and I can't wait to see your design shared in our Facebook group for beading and jewelry making. As always, hit that little like and subscribe button so you don't miss anything from us here at Potomac Beads. Stay tuned for more inspirational designs.